In today's video, we're going to be discussing why I'm buying more Schwab D instead of Cornerstone. Schwab D and Cornerstone help me earn over $300,000 per year in dividends, as you can see below, and our performance and value shows that we're beating all of the indexes with our dividend approach using margin. We're up 19.87%, the S&P is up 11. We're also down $7,000 today, or 0.70, and that's what matters, 0.70. As you can see above, the Dow is down 1.06. So also, the S&P was down 0.74, so we beat the S&P and the Dow on a daily basis, and we're beating all of the indexes on a year-to-date basis using this dividend approach with margin, which helps us live the FIRE lifestyle. If you need help living free from a 9 to 5, email me for my e-guides at akintodd48@gmail.com. FIRE stands for Financially Independent, Retire Early. Most people will think when I'm using margin, this $200,000 of margin debt that I have here, most people will think that I get killed on a down day, but we were in line with the markets. Again, we beat the S&P today and we beat the Dow. This is because of our holdings, our unique combination of Cornerstone, Yield Max, and Defiance funds. And now I'm buying some more Schwab D, and here's why. First of all, Schwab D is on the 200-day moving average. As you know, when stocks or funds reach the 200-day moving average, this black line, both short-term and long-term investors get involved here, and that's why I buy my positions here. And if you're a trader, you can put the stop loss below the 200-day moving average, because if that breaks, then all hell will break loose. But I don't use stop losses. I just let the dividends cash flow all losses. Schwab D doesn't really have a big dividend, but Cornerstone's dividend is 21%. Cornerstone, as you can see here, is a 4-star fund, and everyone hates Cornerstone, and a lot of people love Schwab D instead. Schwab D has a big following, and I've talked to a lot of people on Reddit about Schwab D, comparing it to Cornerstone, and I've gotten banned from Reddit so many times just for bringing up Cornerstone, because they say it goes down on its chart. But look here on the Morningstar chart, it goes up over time, okay? So clearly Cornerstone works when you factor back in dividends, drips, and rights offerings, but you have to play the rights offerings properly, and that's in my Volume 4 e-guide. As you can see, Cornerstone moves in highs and lows here, and yes, on a 10-year chart it goes sideways to down, but you saw the Morningstar chart, it goes upward left to right, and it also beats Schwab D over the last 10 years. You can go see my past videos on that. Cornerstone blows away Schwab D, and again, it's because it has a 21% dividend that it drips down at the NAV for free money every month. So if you own Cornerstone up here, as I always say, then you're getting free dividends drip down here at the bottom for free money every month. So Cornerstone has the special drip. It has a 21% dividend, which beats Schwab D any day. And it has 20 to 30% premiums that it averages per year, which if you time them between the rights offerings, you can pocket all those premiums and collect the 20% dividend with the special drip in the process. When you buy my e-guides, Discord access is free for life, plus my phone number is free for life. So this is where we alert you of the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. We have over 1,000 members now here in the Discord chat and pursuing the FIRE lifestyle. So if I can't answer questions for you about your brokerage account, they most likely can. So we're all watching for the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. And most of us own Cornerstone and not so much Schwab D, because Schwab D has a tiny dividend, but Schwab D is here on the 200-day moving average, so it's really hard to pass up. Schwab D is also a 5-star fund, so this is a quality fund, but I really like Schwab D because it meets a specific need in our portfolio for staples and defensive names. So if I have a lot of technology names, I also want some Schwab D to offset the volatility of those technology names. Also, Schwab D on a 3-year chart is on its 200-day moving average, so the stars are really aligning for Schwab D. And the way that I get more performance out of Schwab D is I buy some UDOW, because Schwab D largely tracks the Dow Jones Industrial. So if you buy some UDOW, you get extra performance out of your Dow Jones position. However, UDOW is 75% maintenance, whereas Schwab D is 30% maintenance. So this is why I like to own more of Schwab D than UDOW, and I actually sell puts on UDOW to get more performance on the upside without taking up any of my margin. If you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my Volume 3 e-guide. So Schwab D has low maintenance. Cornerstone also has low maintenance, and this is why I buy so much of Cornerstone. We have over $400,000 parked in Cornerstone because it has 30% maintenance and it has the 21% dividend. Right now it's showing 16% because Cornerstone's had a good move for the year, as you can see here on this chart, but usually every year the dividend is set at its NAV at 21%. So I park most of my money in Cornerstone, and then I have the rest of my money in Yield Max and Defiance. Defiance has low maintenance, so I put a lot of money in Defiance as well because it has a huge dividend, 68 68%, and it has low maintenance of 30%. But everyone complains about Defiance. They say it goes down on the chart. If you're a Schwab D fan, you're most likely going to hate Cornerstone and Defiance. But if you factor back in dividends and drips for Cornerstone and Defiance, you'll see that we're actually up a lot more than you think. Yes, we're down on paper in Defiance about 10 grand in each position, but we've netted about 12 grand in dividends every month since October. So we're up significantly in Defiance funds, and that's why we're up 19.87%, as you can see. And Defiance is perfect for when you're using margin, because Defiance just has the large enough dividends to pay down your margin debt, and then we get our growth from Cornerstone and Schwab D. Schwab D is not going to move much, but it grows some. Also, we get our growth from UDOW, as I was saying earlier, because UDOW is the Dow Jones and Schwab D follows the Dow Jones roughly. So that's why I'm selling puts on UDOW, because when I sell puts on UDOW, it lowers my margin. When I sell puts and get these premiums here, as you can see in this column, it lowers our margin significantly. Of course, I'm not worried about margin rates. My margin is 6% roughly because I negotiated down twice. Many of my clients who bought my e-guides did the same thing, because when you buy my e-guides, you get free access to the Discord chat for life and my phone number, where I help you negotiate those margin rates down. So I'm not worried about this margin debt, but you don't want to have it run away from you either. That's why I sell puts on Bitcoin and UDOW and things like that, because they don't have huge dividends, but they have nice premiums, and they knock down my margin debt significantly, which lowers my interest in the process, even though the interest wasn't a big deal. So I own Schwab D outright because it has a small dividend. It doesn't really have enough volatility to sell options on. And then I get most of my growth from Cornerstone, YieldMax, and Defiance. I get my growth from Defiance dividends and YieldMax dividends, but I get my growth from Cornerstone by trading it between the rights offerings. And again, that's in my Volume 4 e-guide if you need more help with Cornerstone. So this is how we're getting our outperformance up 19.87 for the year. It's with these conservative dividend funds like Cornerstone, YieldMax, and Defiance. And I'm adding Schwab D to the mix because it's on the 200-day moving average. If you need help understanding moving averages, that's in my Volume 2 e-guide. And if you need help with anything else that I'm doing, just email me for my e-guides at aikentodd48@gmail.com. When you buy my e-guides, Discord access is free for life, as well as my phone number, so just keep that in mind. Also, if you like the video, click like or subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon, everyone. Thanks.